Welcome to Let's Watch TV. Thank you for clicking on the video. All right, so I just got done editing episode 10, and I felt like this would be the perfect time to do a recap video of season 3. Because listen, there were a few things that happened in this season that kind of reset the whole show. Like for me, the show was about the Starks. I mean, I understand everything that's going on. It's a big world. You got the dragons over there. You got the Lannisters. But it just was set up to where the House of Stark was like the main good guy, and then the Lannisters were going to be kind of like the bad guys. That's just kind of the impression he gave me in the beginning. And normally in that situation, the good guys don't get decimated so quickly. So you have season 1 with Ned Stark basically being the main character throughout that season. And then we all know what happens at the end of that, right? Then you have season 2 where Robb takes over. Listen, he's maturing into his own, never lost a battle, the young wolf, king of the north. And for 2 seasons, he was that. And of course, we all know what happened episode 9, season 3. Then you have Lady Stark. Listen, another very prominent character. She was the focal point of many different storylines. You wouldn't expect her to just disappear. But once again, episode 9, season 3. So it's like, Team Stark is decimated. To me, it's like they done lost LeBron, D-Wade, and whack-ass Chris Bosh. Now, I will say this. I do believe that Bran is going to become something special. I mean, because he basically has superpowers in the real world. I mean, I understand there's a lot of different magical elements to this whole show and everything, but Bran is literally Professor X. And I'm not just talking about because, he handicapped or whatever. I'm talking about the fact that he can jump into anybody's brain and control them. He hasn't mastered that yet in season 3, but it's pretty obvious to me that that's where he's headed. So I feel like Bran is the most powerful character in this entire show. But he ain't there yet. And right now, it ain't nothing but Stark children left. I'm definitely worried about Sansa and Arya, because bottom line is, in this world, it's just not good to be a woman. I mean, period, point blank period. Unless you're Dany with 3 dragons by your side, you got to deal with all kinds of shit. Now, Lady Stark's brother did survive, and you do have Snow, and you kind of have the Hound right now. So there are a few adults that are on the Stark children's side. But the bottom line is, it don't look good for them right now. Now, my favorite storyline of the season probably was Tywin Lannister against Joffrey Baratheon. That was just entertaining every time it hit the screen. Tywin verbally slapped the shit out of Joffrey multiple times this year. And honestly, I think that Tywin will be directly responsible for the king's death. Because the way I see it, now, correct me if I'm wrong, if the king has no heirs and he dies, does the hand of the king become the king? Because if that's the case, I would not want to be Joffrey's. I do not want to be the person standing between Tywin Lannister and being the king. If all he has to do is kill you to be the king, I don't care who you are, you're probably dead. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how that plays out here in season 4. But the bottom line is, all of this is kind of pointless as far as the war between the kingdoms. It's all of these 7 kingdoms belong to Dany. These assholes don't realize that she is across the world just building an incredible army. And of course, she has these 3 damn dragons by her side. There's no chance anyone can compete with that, period. So just go ahead and clean her throne off for her and let her take over. And really, that is what should happen, because we all know what's going on north of the wall. There's a whole White Walker army ready to whoop some ass. So we gonna need Dany and her dragons. Everybody else just get behind her and her army. We all team up and we all take out these damn White Walkers. I feel like that's what the culmination of the show should be. I don't think that'll take 5 more seasons. So I'm sure the whole White Walker big grand battle happens before season 8. And maybe that's the reason why people don't like season 8, because there's nothing to look forward to. I'm not really sure. I'm just talking. But I feel like a White Walker battle should be the culmination of this show. Honestly, I was thinking about it after episode 9. I'm like, all right, so clearly people are going to be dying left and right. Is there any character that I think will last all 8 seasons? And if I had to guess, I would say Dany would be the one character that I would pick. If I could only pick one, I'm picking Dany as a person that lasts all 8 seasons. I mean, unless somebody sneak attacks her, there's just no way to beat her, period. And another storyline from the season that I feel like is going to carry some weight and is going to go on for a little while is, of course, the Theon storyline. Now, listen, I've already gave my opinion on that particular storyline in previous videos, but let's talk about it for a second. All right, so you got this little Frodo-looking asshole Ramsay torturing Theon all season and then finally mutilates him at the end of the season. And for what? I understand they sent the letter to his pops and his sister, but I feel like it's more than just trying to, like, get advantage in a war. I feel like Ramsay has some kind of sick personal vendetta, some kind of sadistic pleasure he's getting from all of this. Now, I don't know if Theon's sister's going to make it there in time. When you jump on a ship to go wherever the hell, we're talking about months before you get there, and then you got to find them and all that stuff. But if she does, two things. I don't really want to see what she does to Snow. Let me tell you that right now. And the second thing is, what will Theon be? I mean, will he be this just pathetic, broken down character that, you know, feels humiliated and basically has no purpose in life? I feel like that's the route they'll go. And the way I see it is that could play out in two ways. Either he could die immediately, you know what I'm saying, after he gets rescued, if he gets rescued, or they could give him some kind of redemption arc where he either gets revenge or maybe he, there's going to be some kind of ultimate battle here eventually. So maybe he plays a role in that and gets his redemption that way. But the bottom line is, for me, there is no redemption. I don't give a damn what he does from this point out. His life is ruined. I mean, there is no redemption for that man. Great if he gets his revenge as far as killing Ramsay, but the damage has been done. Let's move on. And this season was the season that just changed your mind on a lot of things. Like, for instance, the Hound. Started off this season hating him. Now he's becoming one of my favorite characters. And for sure, Jaime. I mean, how could you not have hated Jaime in the first two seasons? Of course you did, right? This season, hands down, my favorite character of this season. And as far as overall, he's definitely made the top 3. So yeah, I understand I was a little dramatic in my episode 9 videos talking about where does it go from here? What do they do? Everybody's dead. Well, listen, everybody is dead, but there still are a few more characters left. And I do look forward to seeing them get redemption. But yeah, like I said earlier in the video, man, this season was excellent because it kind of reset the show for me. Like, I had a certain expectation that I've been holding on to, and they just tore that shit right on apart. So now I get to go into next season not really knowing what's going to happen, being a real unsure on a bunch of things, and that just makes each episode entertaining and fun to me. And there are a few other things that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. I'm being told that season 4 is the best season out of the entire show, and basically 4, 5, and 6 are just some of the best seasons on television. But I'm definitely into watching all of them so far. This has been hella fun. The comment section of fun. You guys are definitely passionate about this show. Honestly, this is my show now because I know just as much about the first 3 seasons as any of y'all out there now. So go ahead and talk smack in the comment section if you want to. Nah, I was just playing. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all a lot. I hope y'all keep checking me out. Season 4 will get started today. Peace.